Welcome back to another episode of Whether or Not. I'm your host, Madison Olms, with our forecaster, Gavin Sandel. Gavin, we've had some pretty warm temperatures for the start of October this week. What's this weekend going to look like?
No, you're absolutely right. We started this week, temperatures in the 80s. Imagine the seesaw. We're at the top at the beginning of the week, and as we go towards the rest of the week into the weekend, we're going to climb down that seesaw, and we might see temperatures in the 50s or 60s.
Right, and I know the Arboretum Pumpkin Festival is going on. Should people look out for any rain showers this weekend? Bring anything to stay prepared?
I would say absolutely. We are expecting rain to come on Saturday and maybe even into Sunday. So if you are going out to the pumpkin patch or the festivals, I would definitely suggest a jacket.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. We have a feature on Irvin Hall coming later in the show by Dennis Khrulov, and up next we have our Nature in the News.
We head towards the end of the year, it's important to note that our planet is experiencing an El Nino. An El Nino is the term for a period of warmer than average waters in the eastern equatorial Pacific by South America. El Nino is actually one of two parts of a cycle. The other, colder section, is coined a La Nina. Although this phenomenon is ongoing thousands of miles away from us here in Pennsylvania, El Nino still has notable impacts here and around the country. Much of the northern tier of the country experiences warmer and drier conditions throughout the winter, whereas the southeast and portions of Texas go through cooler and wetter conditions. Here in Pennsylvania, we don't know what the winter will bring us just yet. However, the El Nino looming will certainly impact us in one way or another.
Researchers have found that hunter-gatherer societies were making baskets longer ago than expected. Items found in a cave in southern Spain over a century ago are believed to be older than originally thought. Sandals were found and documented as the earliest set of plant-based footwear from the prehistory of Europe. The dating of these has been determined by carbon-14 dating techniques that were used on 76 items that were found in the cave. The items found in the cave not only include Europe's oldest pair of sandals, but a wooden stick and mace, and handcrafted baskets made of reed as well. All of these items were believed to have been made by Neolithic farmers. Further research was done to determine that they were made by hunter-gatherer societies in the Mesolithic era, 9,500 years ago. Baskets with geometric patterns and designs were made during the same time frame. This is about 2,000 years earlier than researchers originally thought these items to be dated. The complexity of the baskets is making researchers question the simplistic assumptions made about human communities prior to the arrival of agriculture in southern Europe. These items have been preserved well, and researchers are learning more and more as dating technology advances.
It's that time of year, regarded as the prettiest time of year by a good number of people. It's fall foliage season. Reporters here in State College have noticed warmer colors on trees since at least last week due to cooler than average conditions impacting our area late last month. The Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources in their September 28th fall foliage report expressed that fall temperatures seem to arrive earlier than in recent years, compelling noticeable changes throughout Commonwealth forests. The Huntington County Service Forester said that foliage is just beginning to change in the district. Oaks are still fully green, but the maples, birches, and black gum trees are starting to display some color across the forest. Brighter hues will be more noticeable in Huntington and Center counties as leaf color will peak by the third week of this month. Dropping temperatures this weekend will help to speed up the color changing process, whose peak here in State College is still about a week or two out.
Tropical storm Ophelia. Flash flooding put New York and parts of New Jersey to a halt as record-breaking rains fell. Subway lines had to be shut down and major roadways turned into rivers. Vehicles were stranded on the highway as floodwaters rose to heights of car windows. Travelers at LaGuardia Airport remained grounded due to a terminal shutting down from the rain. New York City, Long Island, and Hudson Valley had rainfall between 4 and 6 inches. By the end of the night on Friday, September 29th, over 8 inches of rain had fallen at JFK Airport. The airport's all-time daily rainfall record was broken by 1/4 of an inch. This surpassed Hurricane Irene's daily record of 7.8 inches from August 14th in 2011. Valley Stream on Long Island reported the highest rainfall total of 9.1 inches within 24 hours. The governors of both New York and New Jersey declared states of emergencies because of the rainfall. These areas look to stay high and dry in the days following after Ophelia's remnants pass through.
So much for all those nice conditions we had at the beginning of the week. As we head into the weekend, we will see much lower temperatures and much rainier conditions. Let's start it off with Friday. We're going to see a low-pressure system that is situated in Canada by the Hudson Bay, and that means there's a cold front just dragging itself all from north to south, really, across the United States. On Friday, it'll be parked in the Ohio Valley, bringing rain to most of the state of Ohio, points west and eastward. In State College, though, we won't see much of the rain until Friday evening or the afternoon, so it might impact our commute. Though it will still be nice, temperatures will be remaining in the 60s and 70s. Although on Saturday, that cold front will push east, and we will see lots more rain with much cooler temperatures as well. And there is also a tropical system that I do want to mention. This is Tropical Storm Philippe, which is situated in the Atlantic. And by Saturday, it will drag itself up close to the coast of New England by Long Island and the Cape. It won't impact those areas, just a little bit of rain. But as that moves and as the cold front moves as well, these two systems will interact. And by Sunday, it will be a very concentrated area of rain of points north of us. And actually, there will be a little bit of cold air that will factor into the system. So we might see portions of snow impacting the parts of Canada and maybe western New York, but that won't impact us. Just cloudy conditions and much cooler due to that cold front. We will only see temperatures in the 50s and 40s for our lows, but as we get into Sunday and the rest of the week ahead, we'll see some much cloudier conditions and sunny as we go to the rest of the week. So for Friday, we will start pretty nice, although we will get cloudy by the end of the day with some showers impacting our commute. Our high will be 69, and for Friday night, that rain will start to set in. 55 degrees is the projected low, and that rain will continue into Saturday. 59 just the high, and that rain will continue throughout the rest of the day. It'll be much cooler. As we get into Saturday night, they'll start to taper off. We might see a little shower or two in the evening, but then as we go into the rest of the night, it will start to look more clear for a change. And then as we go into Sunday, we'll see some clouds as that precipitation will be to our north. Portions of northern Pennsylvania and especially New York will stick with the precipitation, but we'll just be sticking with the clouds and the cooler temperatures. 52 degrees will be your high for Sunday. And as we get into the rest of the weekend, let's treat you with a nice feature on Irvin Hall.
There are so many dorms across the Penn State University Park campus. However, this one in particular sticks out for the Earth and Mineral Sciences College, Irvin Hall. Irvin Hall, constructed in the year of 1925, served as the housing dorm for the football team. However, now serves as the living learning community for the College of Earth and Mineral Sciences and houses 85 residents. Irvin itself has a great community of residents, which makes for a great living experience. Heading indoors, Irvin has a cozy study lounge, a game room equipped with a pool table, board games, and gaming consoles where residents enjoy their free time. Heading to the basement, Irvin features a fully equipped kitchen, an air-conditioned computer lab, which features free printing for all the dorm residents. Down the hall is yet another study lounge with a projector that is used to watch movies and sporting events. Even with these great amenities, there is so much more which makes Irvin Hall so great, making it a well-connected community. Within Irvin Hall, we have 3 committees in which residents are able to host and attend events within that certain committee. These committees are the academic, social, and community service. Let's start off first with the academic committee.
So the academic committee hosts events that are all educational in one form or another. This allows community members to learn from one another's experiences, share special interests that they may have, things like hobbies and stuff like that. And it's all to help people grow closer in the community in creative ways. Last year we hosted events like a music trivia Kahoot for music through the decades. We had a crash course in ROTC drill training from one of our members who's in the ROTC. This year we've hosted events like one of our members sharing his experience and how to get acclimated to life in college for the freshmen.
Up next, the social committee.
Social community events are important here is because it's a way to get to know people, to pretty much just, have fun. So it's just basically a way to just like, have fun, meet friends, and just hang out.
Last but not least, the Community Service Committee.
So the Community Service Committee is basically helping out the community of Penn State, helping out the community of EMS, basically creating those events that will also help the community, also bring the hall together, such as the sticky note event. We do various food drives, clothing drives. We've hosted penny wars. We're also planning on doing a highway cleanup later this semester, and that will be fun. But really the Community Service Committee entails just helping out Irvin Hall as a whole, making Penn State better by doing acts of service, maybe like picking up trash for an event. The events are short, they're only 15 minutes or more in length, but really they do a great job of helping bring everyone in the hall together.
A smaller dorm in comparison to a lot of others, so I think that causes a close community between everyone. Irvin Hall's community is just the greatest thing in the world. Wouldn't be happier anywhere else.
Space. We have people who study together in our lounges, who socialize all over the place, and it becomes a very close net because of how we use our building.
Pretty much know anybody walking down the halls or like in the public spaces, and then like staying up late playing games or just hanging out with everyone.
At last, Irvin Hall is not just a hall, but it is Irvin home.
Though we're seeing a lot of rain this weekend, that won't be the story for next weekend, but I'll keep it on this weekend right now. Friday, we will have a lot of clouds in our area because of the cold front that will be moving through. PM rain, which means that it might impact our commute for the evening. Our high will be at 69. For Saturday, that cold front will be over our area. Much cooler high of 59 with a washout of a day on Saturday. And for Sunday, as that system interacts with the other system in the Atlantic, Tropical Storm Philippe, we will see much cooler conditions and precipitation limited to our north, which means a lot of clouds in our area. Though in the extended, we will see a little bit of showers on Monday, much cooler temperatures than average in the 50s, although we're going to start to climb into the 60s for the midweek and into the later week. Friday, we're going to be sitting at about our average of 62 degrees, and a lot of sunshine is in the forecast as well, which, interestingly enough, is not what we saw in New York last week. Madison, what do you have to say about the flooding that happened last week?
We'll actually be touching on that in our Weather Whiz Quiz question this week about the rainfall that JFK International Airport experienced. The question this week is, what is the record rainfall at JFK International Airport? Was it A, 7.56 inches, B, 7.8 inches, C, 8.05 inches, or D, 9.1 inches? If you guessed C, 8.5 inches, you would be correct. Now, Gavin, your family's from the New York area. What were their experiences with the rainfall this past weekend?
Well, they were very grateful not to be in that 8.05 inch area, so they still did get 5 to 6 inches of rain, lots of flooding reported, and just a hassle driving on the roads, but thankfully that situation's all over with.
That's good to hear, and we'll be seeing clearer conditions as the week moves on. That's all we have for today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on another episode of Whether or Not.